Well, hey, whoa, I got another kind of doozy for y'all today. This right here is a little game called Mechanoid. Now, full disclosure here, a copy was provided to me by the developer. So, yeah, I got this game completely for free. But, of course, views are mine and mine alone. Yes, indeed. Right. So, what is this game exactly? What you may assume from the design of the character that this is mostly like a Mega Man game, kind of like a Mega Man clone perhaps, but that's not exactly the case. What we have here is kind of an arcadey, like time-based platformer where you need like fast reflexes to get through the levels, and also as you clear these levels, you end up gaining a like skill point to upgrade the character. As you can see here, this top one up here is for upgrading your primary shot. This one for upgrading your rocket. This one your health. This one like your energy gauge. I believe this is the shield. Yeah, and I guess also to go over the options. So yeah, this game is pretty loud, I must say. We've got a bit of a story premise. You could pause the video and read all this if you want. There's reset. I guess that means reset all the settings. I don't know. Although, unfortunately, already one of the offenders of this game is the controls. So they are displayed over there on the right, but there is absolutely no way to remap the buttons. Like, I tried scrolling over with like a bumper or something. I'm trying to move to the right. I cannot remap the buttons. And the controls are kind of weird for me because, like, well, for starters, I am using a PlayStation controller. Now, when I plugged it in and I looked at my Steam launcher, it said the game works great with a DualShock, but it wouldn't work. So I had to enable the Steam input, and then it's like, okay, so now I gotta translate Xbox buttons to PlayStation, which I don't really have a problem with. Most people do, but I could translate pretty well. But nah, like the layout of this game is very strange. So let's see, A to jump, B for blaster. I would prefer, like on a PlayStation controller, to just use circle to jump and X for blaster. You know, they got like a dash button on X, which would be square on PlayStation, but I would prefer to map that to like a shoulder button. I mean, if this game would work like Mega Man X, which it does not. But I think one of the most polarizing things about the control scheme is using the right stick to duck. Yeah, I can't press down on the D-pad to duck. I have to use the right stick, which is very strange. And also, the right stick is used to shield. It's very, very weird. Let me actually go into a level. I'm just gonna go into the first level, right? And just kind of show you all this. So, yeah, also, you can't use a D-pad to move. I'm trying to use the D-pad. I can't. I have to use the left stick. There's even, like, analog controls. You know, it is digital, which is, like, it's weird. But yeah. The character may resemble Mega Man. The gameplay may be a little similar-ish, kinda, to Mega Man, but it's really not. As I said before, this is sort of an arcadey game. There's a time limit to each level, so you gotta beat this entire level within a time limit, or else you lose. And it is one life, no continues. If you fall down a pit, if you die by enemy shots, it's pretty much game over for you. And as for the mechanics, yes, you can move left and right. You can jump. There's a shoot. Unfortunately, you cannot shoot in the air. You cannot shoot in the air. Now, I don't see that as a flaw, more like, okay, this is just like how the game is designed. Like, I suppose the game would be maybe too easy if you could shoot in the air, but it also just doesn't feel like it makes much sense, right? Like, why could this character not shoot in the air? It's weird. So let's see. So the bumper buttons, it's interesting. I believe the left bumper can actually increase your health. So I'm consuming the gauge on the upper right, and by pressing the right bumper, I'm able to, well, I can't do it now. I am able to restore my health. And then those badges next to my health bar, I guess, are the shield. So if I move the right stick up, I will do a shield. I spent a stock, and then if I have energy in that bar on the right, and I mash the right bumper, I can regain a shield point so I can use my shield again. So there's that. And yeah, as I said earlier, as crazy as it sounds, the right stick is to duck. I can't press down. I'm pressing down on the control stick, I'm pressing down the D-pad. I gotta use the right stick. And it also said the right stick was for slide, and at first I was wondering, oh, how do I slide? Because, you know, in Mega Man, you would press down and jump, and Mega Man would, like, he kind of pancake himself and just slide across the ground, you know? But this game's different, because you basically, while you're running with the left stick, you move the right stick down, you slide. And you use it to get past hazards like this, you know? So, yeah, that's how that works. You got a rocket on the square button on PlayStation. I don't have the ammo for it right now. Oh, actually, no. The square button is the dash. My bad. Yeah, you can, like, dash. That also expends energy. I think the dash can actually phase through hazards, but I'm not entirely sure. No, I believe it's triangle that shoots rockets, which I cannot do right now. I think so I think dashing and the rockets do consume energy. Oh, also I just ran out of time, so it's a game over. Yeah, if you run out of time, if you fall down a pit, if enemies destroy you, it's game over. The levels, they're not especially long. I've only managed to beat, like, let me see, like 4 of them? Yeah, so I beat all 3 of these, and then this one right here. Once I got to this level, the factory reset 2, so, like, I got close to beating this level several times, but there's, like, a laser trap. There's a laser trap at the end. Now, that same laser trap is, like, towards the beginning, I believe. But for some reason, the one at the end, even though when it disappears, I try running past it and I still die. Which is so... I could not figure out what was happening there. But, yeah. So these levels get progressively more challenging. You can see a difficulty level illustrated with some stars down there. So, yeah, there's like 4-star difficulty. These are 3-star difficulty for some reason. And then it goes back to 4-star. So the thing is, with these difficulties, you need to upgrade this character. Because some of the later levels have like tougher enemies that take more shots. So you need to upgrade your shot and upgrade all your other stuff as you beat the levels, and then you'll have a better time taking on the later levels. And yeah, I mean, that is basically the entire game. I mean, as I said before, I spent like an hour playing this. I was dying a lot. I was dying a lot because of... So first of all, yeah, the controls... Like the control scheme that I cannot remap, it's very weird, and I just had to wrap my brain around it. Like I was trying to use buttons that unfortunately would not work the way I would want them to get out of situations. I would just die. Other times it's like there's these. Maybe I could showcase this here. So yeah, here's this like factory looking level or something. So I'm running around, and oh, I die. Gee, what gives? I thought like those cogs were part of the background. No, they're not part of the background. They're actually hazards. You would assume, oh, they're just part of the background, but actually you have to slide under those cogs. which is it's so silly. Yeah, it's just something's just visually confused me when I was playing this. Let me see this Neon City level again. Yeah, it's like some disappearing platforms. Let me see here. I believe this is an example of like, not this enemy. Not this enemy. I think there's like an enemy coming up that's like really, really tough. Oh yeah, as you can see, like those shots really shred up my health. I will also say that visually the game is a little crusty looking. There's no graphics options. It looks like the game is being rendered at like 720p. Like the assets are in 720p. So yeah, the game just kind of looks a bit soft, a bit fuzzy all the time. Also, there's like no way, like you could like lightly press the jump button and you're always gonna jump at maximum height. You know, it's like, I'm not saying this game exactly needs to be a Mega Man game, but like, I think like there's just some things that I feel could, because I think like you know, the way this game is structured, it seems fine actually. There's just a few quirks about it that I feel could do, that I feel could and I feel needs some tweaking, basically. Okay, so here it is. This is like a way tougher enemy. Let me see, I'm shooting some rockets at it. It's still not quite taking this thing down. Like, it still takes a lot of shots to kill. And so the reason why this is an issue is because it just takes more time to kill it. And there is a time limit, so you need to be able to destroy this enemy really quickly so you can keep moving. Because I've only got a minute left to beat the level, I'm probably not going to make it. Which is actually fine, because there's actually something else I want to demonstrate. And that is the fact that you can't pause. Yeah, you can. If you press start, check this out. We're back at the level select, right? In literally an instant, we're at the level select. If I go back to the level, I'm at the beginning. You can't pause the game. You cannot pause. It just quits the level. Oh, man. Yeah. I feel like I'm kind of split on this, because on one hand, I think this game has some okay ideas, you know, like leveling up your character, like after getting a little skill point at the end of each level, you know, that's fine. The ability to just select whatever level you want, that's very Mega Man-esque, you know, Mega Man works like that. Although in this case, it's not like you're trying to tackle robot bosses and like get the weapon you need to destroy the other one. It's just more like, okay, you literally could just choose whatever level you want at the get-go. That's fine. But yeah, man, like aside from that, like there's some quality of life stuff I'd like to see. Obviously, I'd like to be able to remap my dang buttons. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do that through the Steam input. And then like, honestly, if this is the resolution of the assets in the game, I don't think something tells me that just can't be redone. Like, if the game was intended to run at a lower resolution, I guess that's just how it is. Having the ability to pause the dang video game, that would be nice. I guess just making the hazards more, just a little more clear on whether they are a hazard or not. Like, I think there's, well, no, these are obviously, like, these are lasers, right? These are obviously hazards. I mean, it's really those cogs that got me. That was like the only thing that was like, well, okay, actually, the slime at the beginning also, I thought it was part of the background, this slime. As it turns out, it does hurt you. You know, weird enough, I think I encountered a hazard that was like an explosive, but it did not hurt me. It was weird. This game is like kind of okay, but it could use some touching up, is about my summary of it. So this game has recently launched. It is worth $15, but it is going for a slight discount, like an introductory discount, as most. I've seen it a lot of the time with some of these indie games, like they have an introductory discount. So yeah, I'm just spreading a good word. I saw this game randomly on Twitter, like this Keymailer posted it, so I just figured I'd apply, get a code, and check this out. And yeah, game's okay, but it could use some sprucing up, is about my verdict on it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this game, and yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, as I'll be posting more gaming stuff, and maybe consider becoming a member of the channel so that I can display your name here at the end of the video. And yeah, maybe click that video on the left as YouTube thinks you'll like that one next. But yeah, I'll see y'all in another one.